Hey everybody, Nate here. So, I've been gone for a while. I've been gone for about, I haven't done any one of these things for about like 2 years. 2 years, and I had a much more longer, bushier lumberjack beard. And now I'm just got like a regular beard, so that's all cool. So, what's been going on with me? Well, that's gonna be kind of like one of the topics of this video and a bunch of other stuff. So, let's get started. So, during junior year, I was kind of like slipping down a little bit. My grades and work rate wasn't really. They were all right. They were good and all, and could do some improvements. So during summer vacation, I was ready to get back in there and kind of like, all right, junior year was kind of meh, but I'm ready to up my game up and to do this. Gonna graduate on time and all that jazz. Well, senior year started off and I was doing good. I was doing pretty good, and well, then got kind of hit with the first road bump. Kind of like went down to very bad spiral. So I got a case of scabies, and that's kind of like it's like termites get in your skin and all, and you can get it through anywhere, like touching old fabric or just about like anywhere and anyhow. So and for like the longest time, I didn't know what it was. I would go to like the clinic that was like a couple blocks away from the campus and thought it was like allergic reaction stuff. So I'd be like getting these prescriptions, like all these meds and all that jazz, and nothing really seemed to work. So it been going on for like a month, and it just be itching like crazy. It's like I couldn't stop itching for like ever. I would have no peace. I would wake up in like the middle of the night and just be itching, like just feeling this crazy sensation all over, and I wouldn't go to classes anymore. I kind of like disappeared off the grid, and I basically self-quarantined myself. I wouldn't leave my room for like only to like go to the bathroom, to get food, or to like go to the clinic and like find out what the next thing to work on is. And so after I think it was like about a month and a half or so, kind of like everything was found out, went to the dermatologist, and but immediately like, yeah, you got some scabies, bro. So I got the right stuff, and it was like itching was going away after a while and all that, and well, I was still kind of like, I was still not going to classes and stuff. I was still self-quarantining myself because I didn't want to like give anybody I knew or some person like that, because it's quite contagious. So that was kind of like going in through my mind and all that, and I had this image of like the whole campus getting shut down because of a scabies outbreak. God, that would have been hilarious and bad at the same time. And yeah. And so, well, my folks kind of found out about they got like the bills from like, since I was still on like the family medical plan. They're asking what's up, so I talked to them and all that, and things seemed to be kind of like better. I was kind of like slowly kind of like going to class, but not a lot. I missed like a whole bunch of concerts when I was in the men's choir during that semester, during fall semester, and I felt terrible. I felt really bad because I didn't even tell any of my professors about that. Side note, if you're going through some shit, it's best to like let your professors know what's going on, so then they'll just kind of help you out and all that stuff. I didn't do that because I wasn't really thinking straight. Yeah, so that was like the first build up to that, to like the big event. And so second build up, and when I was like heading over to like San Diego to see some family members and all that, and I was really excited, and I was on the plane and such, and I kind of noticed that my butt felt quite uncomfortable to sit down for the whole thing. It was like it was like really stiff and all that, and it just hurt to like sit on it and all that. So it was kind of hard to like enjoy myself during that time, through everything. It didn't enjoy being with my family members and enjoying winter break and all that, and enjoy San Diego, the weather. It was really cool and all that. So it was hard because I was like wondering, I was like, I got like a diaper rash or something? Like what's going on? So finally, my mom took me over to a clinic area and found out that I had a abscess in like deep into my butt cheek. So yeah, that's fun to find out during summer vacation. I mean, winter vacation, winter break and all. So something says like that. And if you don't know what an abscess is, it's basically like an ingrown zit and all that. It's just basically all like built and trapped up in there and all that. So I had to get it out, and so the only way to get it out is to like cut it off and go to the ER. Yeah, went to the ER. It was quite busy, and well, there's only like one doctor, if I remember correctly, working the ER, and a bunch of these nurses, they were pretty low on staff, and the doctor helped out. He was a really cool dude and all, and I had my mom, my aunt, and my grandma waiting in the waiting room. My mom was like with me as they were doing it, and it was excruciating painful, and I didn't really. It was just. It's not fun. Let's just say that. It is not fun. So that cleared up nicely and all that. I got meds and all that stuff and everything, and things were kind of getting back to their smoother regime and all that. And during like winter break and all, my mom and I had like conversation over a caribou back in Grand Rapids, where I am right now with my folks. I'm living in an apartment as I kind of like get better, and I'll get to that soon. And she asked if I wanted to take a break from school, and I thought about that because I did have that conversation with my grandma that I was really tired from like everything that's happening, from like the scabies and the abscess, and I thought about it for a while, and I was like, I only got like a semester left, so I can do it. I think I can do it if I just work hard enough and just kind of like put my nose to the grindstone and all that jazz. And so, spring semester started, got my classes down, I got a bit of a second wind and all that, and the second build up there, and well, here we go to the crescendo. And what happened was that for like the first month I was doing pretty good. I was going to classes, I was being a good student and all, and then February hit, and I had this voice in my head, and that voice said, what are we doing here? What's the point of all this? What's going on? We got nothing. Everything we're doing is just nothing. And that kind of built up, and I didn't really go to any of my classes anymore again. I didn't pay much attention. I stayed locked up in my room because that was like the only safe place I had. I didn't went to like the theater department at all because during last semester I didn't went to anywhere, and I felt ashamed because I just vanished. I had a couple of theater classes during fall semester, and I just basically kind of like quit on them. Couldn't look them in the eye. Anytime I went through the theater department, I basically hustled my ass and kept my head down out of there because I didn't want to talk to anyone. And when people from like the theater department and theater majors would ask, like, would see me and ask, like, what's up, where have you been? I just said, oh, I've just been really busy, I've kind of had some bad stuff happen, I'll be there. I'll say, I'll be there like next week or so, and they'll be like, alright, cool, see you there, man. And I never did. So February came and went, and I kept losing, like, motivation to, like, keep going and do stuff. It was kind of a depression building up, and my Asperger's were kind of running wild a little bit. It was getting kind of harder to, like, control my Asperger's a little bit. I was more cut off. I was more in my own world. It was harder to understand people and everything. And so, as months went by, and I kept to myself and to my room and not going to classes very much. I would go to like one of my classes maybe like once a week or so, but I would always go to like this debate class because I found that kind of fun. And my appearance, I would not really care. Not really. I didn't really pay too much good with my hygiene. And it was about April or March or so when the climactic bump hit. And what happened was, in the debate class, who was debating humankind, and we got a topic debate on, like, should you take classes you're supposed to take, like, you know, those required classes you gotta take for, like, your majors, like those basic classes like math, English, all that jazz, science, all that jazz, early in your semester, early in your first year, all that. And in my head, a panic light went off, and then it was a new voice that just kind of like, it wasn't like the what the fuck are we doing here, what are we doing, everything right now is pretty pointless. It was more of the holy shit, we haven't done any of those classes, we're not going to graduate on time, all of this that we've been doing is kind of pointless, and we're going to have to stay a few more years, and that means getting more money from our parents and staying us here. What the fuck are we going to do now? And there I felt kind of a tingle going through my arm, and this tingling in my chest, and so I just kind of left the classroom, went to get a drink of water, came back, and it was just getting worse. And I thought I was having a heart attack. A friend, a good guy, he was a real sweet dude, went to check up on me, and I said I might be having a heart attack, and said, all right, well, let's take you to the clinic and all that, on campus, and we did, and they told them what's happening, they checked me out, and well, the results didn't really say I was quite having a heart attack and all. It was my blood pressure and everything was like, all right, and I was still kind of like going, no, I feel pretty bad right now, so help. So I actually went to the ER with my friend and got some tests done and everything, and turned out it was a panic attack. The first panic attack. And so, after that, and kind of like, God gave me the lowdowns, like, you're gonna have to like reduce stress and all that and everything. And I was like, all right, okay, so I'll try that. I didn't really talk to my folks about that. Just wait. And when I did, it was actually the second panic attack I got. Yeah, I was with my Pathfinder group, my little tabletop RPG guys, and I felt like the rush again. I thought I was having another heart attack, so my friends, my friend Connor, he was a great dude, great, awesome dude. I appreciate him so much. He took me to the ER and got tested out again and all that, and this was another panic attack. So one of the nurses kind of like talked me down. It's kind of like, there's been kind of like a lot of stress going on, and I kind of like, I broke down and just told them everything that I've been dealing with, like everything, all the stress I've been building up, all this like anxiety, all this depression and all that stuff. And all that, I just broke down and cried. She said I might need to see a therapist and such. And I was like, all right, cool, yeah, sweet. Another little add to the checkbox list. So they kind of prescribed me some like anti-anxiety stuff and all that. And well, when I had the conversation telling my folks, it was kind of like, oh, are you okay and all that? And I was like, yeah, I'm better now. I thought it was better and all that. So that all happened within like the same week of like March. Yeah, fun, right? Yeah. So and during that time period, I still had like all these anxieties and such, and so my friends were like really supportive during that time, and they were like really keeping me like in a good place and all that. They helped me out. They kind of kept everything kind of like nice and happy and groove, and I appreciate them so much. And so about Easter, when I went down with my parents, with my grandma down in Mankato and all that, and I tried to like we went to like church and all, and I couldn't like stay sitting there. I had to like walk out during like the beginning of the sermon and just stay out there because it was just too much. The people, everything. I had all these thoughts racing in my head and everything. Like, what am I gonna do with my life now? I had this horror thought if I climaxed too much, like everything that I built up to was just those 2 good years of college, my freshman and sophomore year. And now everything's just gonna go downward. And so like during Easter lunch, after that, I broke down in front of my mom. I said I can't do it anymore. I can't be in school anymore. I'm done. I quit everything. I told her like all the anxiety and all the depression and stuff, and everything. That my Asperger's is going crazy. I couldn't understand anybody anymore. It was hard. It was really, really hard. I hit a giant brick wall, and I just, at a velocity of 100 miles per hour, and I was just a bloody corpse. And so I talked with my folks, and they were like, we're here for you no matter what. We want you to get better. We want you to be in a good place. So let's get some stuff down. Let's talk to professors and all that. So that was fun, talking to professors I haven't talked to in like beginning of the semester, or my advisor who I haven't spoke to since like my fall semester. Yeah, I felt pretty guilty about that. And so I emailed them and talked about my situation, and I had a conversation with my advisor, who was the first step. My mom was with me because I couldn't do anything at that time without like shutting down and everything. My anxiety was still, I would still get like mini panic attacks and all that jazz. It was not fun. And he said, well, most of the time when things happen, well, they just disappear and we don't know what happened to them. But you have the courage and strength to like ask for help. And that's the best thing you can do. And so rinse and repeat with all those professors and stuff, and I bawled out my eyes in front of my advisor there because I just admire him so much, and I didn't want to disappoint him since I haven't set foot in the theater department in a very long time. And so I got everything settled with school. I got like academic amiss and stuff. It's basically kind of like everything kind of like wiped clean, because going to like therapy on campus and such helped out at times. It was helping out, but I was still kind of having like these massive anxiety panic attacks. All my senses, it would go out of my heart. I would feel my heart flutter. I would feel these tingles across my arms, and I didn't have a lot of things to like help me out when those things happen. I would like take long baths in the shower and all that, and I was going crazy. I thought, like, am I going insane? Like, what the hell's going on? So what happened is we went to like a natural path doctor and all that, and I took some blood tests and all that jazz, because even during that time I couldn't go outside much because I would get a panic attack, and I would have to like go super immersive, just plug my head into my headphones and listen to my music, because all the little things that would trigger my Asperger's were like at maximum. I was so sensitive to all the little things that would just trigger it, and I would just bawl and cry, and I would just have these panic attacks all over. And so blood work came back, and turned out I, along with getting diagnosed with like anxiety and depression during the end of my spring semester, thanks to my lovely therapist who helped me out to get the academic appeal, I was allergic to gluten. Celiac disease, as they call it. Yay! And it was like I felt like a sense of relief and a sense of horror when I found out. Because, well, alright, cool, I got something, I got a word, I got a title, I got a name, I got a face for like that thing that's been kind of like adding to my anxiety and my depression, all that, all these like panic attack feelings and the fluttering and the tingling in the arms. It was cool, but second fact is like gluten's in everything. You don't really realize it, but when you really look into it, gluten is in everything. Oh my god. Holy crap. So yeah, so my mom has been kind of like been very supportive with me with that, and she's been said that we're gonna get through this. You are fine. You're okay. We found a name, and then we just gotta work through that. And we have. I've been like, I changed up my diet completely now. I'm a gluten-free diet, and I am a lot better. I'm a lot better than the start of like spring semester and all that jazz. Cause yeah, I really noticed a difference when I was getting my gluten-free diet, how much better I was at, and how much more aware I was, and I was starting to get like a panic attack and so on. So I had like much more better tools to help out in those situations. And I've been seeing a new therapist around here since I'm in Grand Rapids, and I can't really take like a 2-hour, 3-hour drive to see a therapist over in Minnesota, in Moorhead. So Grand Rapids, Minnesota, not Grand Rapids, Michigan. That took me a while to realize that too. And yeah, that's been kind of a factor. I've been able to like be outside better. I've been out everything. My anxiety and my depression has been better in control and all that. And I've noticed that even if I have like some gluten, like on accident, like cross-contamination or anything and all that, I will go back in the state of like where I was during spring semester, and that will take like about a week or so to like get that flushed out of my system and all that, and then it'll just be kind of like back in place. I'll just be like super tired. And yeah, that's what's been going on through my life. I just want to like tell that and kind of get through this. So like the main thing I want to talk about shortly, because this video has been going on pretty long, so I don't want to let you guys get too tired with this, and that is that it's okay to ask for help. I didn't really quite ask for help during my time with like the scabies, the anxiety, the depression, the panic attacks that much. Because I wanted to do it by myself. With like everything I've been dealing with my Asperger's kind of like on myself. I'm an adult now. I can like do things just mano a mano. I can be strong here. I can do all these things by myself because I am stronger. I have these tools to help me out, and yet I'm crumbling because I don't have any help. My dad, who I admire, he's a strong man, and whenever I'm at these situations, I want to try to do things by myself, which is kind of like the Achilles heel of like the Pace Clan men, because my brother and I also kind of have this habit too. We try to do things by ourselves when we're like struggling, and then we just get more frustrated, and we're just kind of like, mrrr. So I've been able to like ask for help, and that's the thing for this like almost half an hour video. Holy crap. That it's okay to ask for help. No matter what you're feeling, no matter what's going on, if you feel like shit, if you are in a dark place, ask for help. Tell your friends what's going on and just say, I need help. Tell your parents, tell your counselors, tell anyone that's close to you say, I need your help. And here's a little secret. They will always help you. I will help you. It may not be like a physical face-to-face, but I hope like this video gets you an idea to like help. That it's okay to like take off the armor. Shut down the quarantine zone and just say, can you help me? And all the time, there will always be that one person who will say, yes, I can. And I would like to say I'm kind of sorry for this video for being like pretty damn long. I was hoping to like keep it somewhere in like the 20 minutes range, but it was just like a lot of stuff happened, so I was trying to like condense it to a nice story place where it was just kind of like flow and get to the topic right there and all of that. So sorry about that, and I hope this video kind of like got the right message to you, even through like all the ramblings and all that, and I hope this video did something to you. I hope that it gave the idea of like getting asked for help, or like noticing that one friend who's just been not themselves in a very long time and asked like, what's going on? Do you need help, or what's happening? I hope it did something at least, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'm gonna be doing more Asperger's vlogs and all that. I got like more ideas, and I'm in a better place right now, and so I should be able to like at least post some more vlog videos about like Asperger's stuff soon and all. So take care everybody. Hope you all have a wonderful, beautiful, fantastic day.